So right after Bandai Namco dropped the Majin trailer, which basically showed the Majin Buu era arc characters from Dragon Ball Z in Sparking Zero, well, somebody got a little bit too trigger happy and accidentally uploaded their reaction to the new Sparking Zero trailer that would have came right after that, and it's Dragon Ball GT. Now, I understand the excitement for this and why they accidentally dropped or leaked the trailer with a reaction early, and it's mainly due to the fact that we did not believe that Dragon Ball GT was going to be in this game at any level because, I mean, we're getting down to the wire. We only had a few character slots left. We figured maybe it would be a DLC or something because they would be leaving themselves room for it, but no. We got leaked trailer reaction to this trailer, and then Bandai Namco, ahead of schedule, was forced to drop the actual trailer, and the trailer is pure perfection. I would say out of all the characters that we've seen in Sparking Zero, these are the ones that have the most amount of hype behind them because, again, we didn't know if we were going to be getting them in the base game, but at the exact same time, like, this is Dragon Ball GT, and it's not 2003 anymore. Like, Dragon Ball GT is pretty hype these days. It is something that's looked fondly upon. It is something that many Dragon Ball fan manga creators have based their stories on, and how even Toyotaro got to be where he's at because of Dragon Ball GT and the stories that show told. That is the reason that people are so hyped for it, because just like the prequels in Star Wars, Dragon Ball GT is cool again. And the trailer did not disappoint. We get all the main characters shown with all their awesome abilities and special moves, and all of them are reminiscent from parts of Dragon Ball GT's lore and the anime, and it feels so good, honestly, and it gives a little bit of zest to a game that already was chock full of characters that we all want to play. The only problem that I have is, where the hell is Ice and Nova Shenron, Bandai Namco? Where the hell are they? I didn't see them in the trailer. Do you have them in the back somewhere? They better not be DL-C, because I am going to lose my mind. This is completely unacceptable, Bandai. These are the two goats of Dragon Ball GT. Everyone knows where they were. If you were watching GT while it was out, where they were when this fight happened. So get your shit together and put Nova and Ice Shenron in the game without making it cost an arm and a leg. So now that we basically got the majority of the roster, I believe it's the entirety of it, in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The game comes out literally next month, and I cannot wait. If you're a girl that watches this channel and you have a boyfriend or a husband, or even just a friend that you think is going to have any free time in October, well, think again, because Sparking Zero is coming out, and yeah, that game is going to ruin us. Plus, on the same day, Dragon Ball Daima drops, so that's awesome. But this got me thinking, what characters can they add if they've added Dragon Ball GT already? If they added Dragon Ball GT, what can they milk for, give us for DLC in the future? What properties, what characters are even left? And before you guys start jumping in with manga characters, I really don't think that we're going to be getting manga characters. I think it's a bigger, higher possibility that we'll get Daima characters and we'll get superhero characters before we get any manga characters. I think that Sparking Zero is going to focus mainly on focusing on the actual anime Dragon Ball. Let me know what you guys think. I really am curious. What characters do you think that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero can add in the future? Because in this video, I'm going to be showing you the characters that I would really like, and none of these are manga characters. These are all from different parts of the anime, of Dragon Ball anime. First and foremost, Shallot. I think that Shallot has earned his keep around here. Shallot is one of the original Saiyans who fought off the evil Saiyans with his brother Giblet. He is the protagonist of Dragon Ball Legends, a game that has been just making bank for Bandai. Does Bandai own Legends? I don't know. Let me know if you guys know if it does or not. Well, whoever owns Legends, I mean, I know they're making a lot of money. I got a friend that has gone into foreclosure on his home just on Dragon Ball Legends. So, I mean, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that's going to put you into a cardboard box in the corner in the alleyway. But yes, this is one of the prime games on mobile for Dragon Ball next to Dokkan. I do believe that Shallot has earned his keep. He's got some really cool abilities. We don't really get to see most of them shine or his fighting abilities in the game, mainly due to the fact that mainly everyone kind of fights the same in the game. Yeah, he has some really cool abilities that are his own, and I do think that he definitely has a place as a DLC character in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Next is this guy. Now, I don't know anything about him. I just know that there's this version of him, and then at some point in the story, he becomes this guy. I just like him because of the way he looks. He looks pretty cool. He kinda is giving me like a Jedi or something vibe, like that, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that guy. He kind of looks like that, but white. So yeah, I kind of like this guy. I want him in there. Auron and Kamen are probably the two characters that I adore from Dragon Ball Heroes because they are actually Tuffles. Like, they are legit Tuffles, with like ones we've actually seen on screen in any sort of Dragon Ball anime medium. These are the two guys, and we see their powers and abilities of manipulation and absorption or infection, if anything. We see these powers on display. I think it'd be really cool to have these different versions of Tuffles alongside the Tuffle that we already got in Dragon Ball GT. Alright, before we go into the comment section, I know they're created by Tuffles. They're not actually Tuffles themselves, but I mean, they're created by Tuffles, so they're kind of like Tuffles. They have Tuffle technology, so I'm going to just call them Tuffles. Hearts is by far one of the biggest heavy hitters in Dragon Ball Heroes. He's got one of the coolest fights in Dragon Ball Heroes. I think that he also has some sort of redemption arc in it. It's a manga that I am reading right now, so I'm not really caught up to it. I just remember seeing his story in the anime when I was watching the anime. I think his design's really cool. I think his motivation's really cool. I think his super form is awesome. And again, I really do think that his redemption arc is pretty solid, so I want to see him in the game. This is the only one that is not anime only because I want to see him in the game, and it's my list, so I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want. Neko Majin needs to be in the game. I'm tired of Aurelie. I don't mind Aurelie, but I'm just tired of her. She's not funny. She's not fun to play as. Literally, it's like playing as a beanbag. It just is not fun at all. So yeah, Neko Majin, a little bit less like a beanbag, maybe a beanbag with cat ears. So I think Neko Majin would definitely be the character that should replace Aurelie. I don't know if Aurelie's in the game. I don't think she is, but yeah, Neko Majin would be pretty cool. Next is Lags. If you don't know who Lags is, then you didn't watch this part of Dragon Ball Heroes, but yeah, she's kind of like loyal to Hearts in a sense, and she fights with like these crystal things. Pretty cool. I mean, besides that, I just want her in the game for my own research. Next, King Vegeta. King Vegeta, I know I'm using the anime now, but we really only see him a few times in the anime, either destroying a planet or getting stepped on. I mean, I think King Vegeta would be great to have in the game. Make sure that he's in the game. Hachiyak, I think Hachiyak is a character that really goes unnoticed because nobody watched that Dragon Ball movie at all. Like, let me know in the comment section below if you guys seen this movie, but I watched it years ago because I could have sworn this was fan made, so I had to watch that movie just to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. But yeah, Hachiyak would be pretty cool, I think, in there. And I think he's cool because he's also in Dragon Ball Multiverse. He's a big character in that. So I think that that would be a pretty cool character to put in there. And lastly, Beat and Note. These two respectively are by far probably the most interesting characters in all of this list because they're like essentially regular people that were transported into the world. Essentially, Dragon Ball Heroes is, if I'm getting that right, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think that they're cool because they're the main characters of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, a game, and the anime just ended, or the manga just ended, I mean, and so they are adults now, and it's over. So I think it'd be cool to have them in there and, you know, see their special abilities. Plus, they literally have like all the same abilities and transformations, so that'd be pretty interesting. But that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Subscribe for more content. Oh, finish.